In just a matter of hours, a Wisconsin jury will begin deliberating the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. We've been following this story closely for you from Kenosha. The teen is accused of shooting and killing two people, wounding a third during the Kenosha protests in August of 2020. Now, Rittenhouse's defense team claims his actions were justified after allegedly being chased down by a group of people. Joining us right now, New York attorney and legal analyst Angela Cenedella. Good morning, Angela. We want to break down the latest in this case. Of course, a lot of people monitoring it and just wanting to know what could happen. So first, let's talk about sentencing. Which charges that he faces carry the most time, prison time?
So the charge that carries the most time by far, which would be life in prison, is intentional homicide. And that is a charge that's brought for the second killing of Huber. But also note that the judge included in the jury instructions the possibility of reducing to a lesser charge. So second-degree intentional homicide and also reckless homicide.
And I know that he had actually a charge dropped. The judge actually removed a charge. Is that true?
Yes, so the judge dropped the sixth charge, which was the misdemeanor for the weapons possession. And when prosecutors bring a charge against anybody, they have to name the specific statute that it violates. In this case, Kyle's gun was too long to apply to that very specific statute. So the judge dropped it.
The gun length was too long to apply to the law that they were going to use. That's fascinating to me. We have a lot of video from this case. It's not strange to see that we have cell phone video from people who were there on the ground, even drone video, and both sides are using this to explain their version of how things went down. So how much weight does that video carry in the jury's deliberations?
It carries so much weight because in today's day and age, they can actually see what's happening instead of just hearing eyewitness accounts. So these videos will be instrumental in affecting the jury. Now, of course, though, it's the jury's decision as to whether or not they believe how those are interpreted.
We have a couple more questions, but I want to make sure I get to this one, and it's that this case could set precedent. The fact is that so many people are watching this for historical context. There are protesters outside of the courtroom. There are concerns about violence, protests happening. Depending upon which way this verdict goes, what is at stake here for other cases with determining this particular verdict?
Well, this case is extremely novel, and there is not actually a lot of precedent in Wisconsin or really across the country. I think people are looking to whether or not they will consider Kyle to be an active shooter in this case, which is pretty much how the prosecution has defined him. Now, you have the defense, though, who's defined him as the opposite, as this compassionate man who's gone to help this scenario, to help protect businesses. So I think that a lot of eyes are on this case. There's obviously the racial issue, but I think more than that, it's whether or not he'll be considered an active shooter.
Really one quick follow-up, because you made me think about this when you said man. He's 18 years old. He's a man now, but at the time of this crime, he was 17. Is he being considered to be tried as a minor?
No, in this case, he is not.
Thank you. Very quick answer there. Very direct. Thank you, Angela Cenedella. We're going to talk to you again in our 8 o'clock hour with more on the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.